what do you say to that? Because your thoughts, as you've said, are pretty inflammatory about what happened on Saturday night.
Well, look, the Biden administration, just last week, Joe Biden was heard on a donor call saying he wants to put President Trump in a bullseye.
That's a metaphor, right?
I don't think it's a metaphor. I think it's a direct incitement to violence. And when John
You think he wanted Trump killed?
yes, I do. I do. And I think that
Joe Biden wanted Trump killed, and he was telling donors that in a phone call?
well, when you say things and you're the president of the United States of America and you say put Trump in a bullseye, you clearly understand that a bullseye is symbolic of being in the scope of a firearm. So whether he meant it or not, he needs to be non-responsible. Let me just finish. His entire administration has been carrying out witch hunts and weaponizing our Department of Justice against President Trump. And I think that even Judge Eileen Cannon today recognized that, because I don't believe that it's a coincidence that right after attempted assassination, she dismisses the ridiculous Jack Smith indictment, saying that he is the one who's actually unqualified to be a special counsel. You've seen the J6 witch hunts. You've seen the way that they called President Trump Hitler. The Washington Post, Victoria Nuland at the State Department, her husband literally, penned an article in the Washington Post in which they had a side-by-side photo of President Trump's face with Julius Caesar. We all know that Julius Caesar was assassinated. You don't have to go out there and explicitly call for somebody to murder Donald Trump in order for people to read between the lines.
When Donald Trump raised his fist and said, fight, 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 was that inflammatory?
He was fighting for his life. He was dripping with blood. He was half an inch away from having a bullet in his brain.
Who was he telling to fight then?
He's telling the American people to fight back against political violence and fight back against these actual threats on democracy, not these made-up threats like Donald Trump. They say that Donald Trump's a threat to democracy. What's a threat to democracy is showing up to a Trump rally, climbing a ladder, and opening fire, murdering innocent people, and trying to murder the president of the United States.
No one disagrees with that. No one disagrees with that.
So
but why is it different when he calls to fight?
Because there's a big difference between fighting for your life and telling people to fight for their country and fight against violence, and saying that Donald Trump deserves to be in a bullseye. We all should be fighting. We're in the fight of our lives right now.
Why?
Where are you from?
I'm 31.
Okay. Whereabouts in Florida?
Vero Beach.
Where?
Vero Beach.
Let's go.
VERO.
Hey, great to meet you.
Yeah, you've seen the video I'm talking about, right?
Which one?
The one where they're before the shots were fired.
Yeah.
Which should really much video.
Too anxious about that.
If you want to see the video, I don't know if you've seen it. I don't want to assume anything. But, I say it's an inside job because when you have people running away a minute and a half before the shots were fired, clearly people knew about it. And when you see the videos of people screaming, there's a man on the roof with a rifle and the police are just standing there, how can you say it's not an inside job when they're going to take the guy out? I don't want to assume that you've seen it, but it's a conspiracy. People need to see these clips, and I haven't seen the media show any of these. Even Fox News, they're just showing the one where it's direct.
I mean, it's possible, I guess, that they were fleeing because they'd seen the guy on the roof, even though the FBI
Well, they were shouting, there's a man on the roof with a rifle. Here,
I don't see it right now.
So see that it's 42 seconds. This clip is actually filmed. It's a longer clip, 2 minutes long. See? You see people turning around to film. People leaving the rally.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and show. Shots have not been fired.
So why do you think that makes it an inside job rather than just like terrible?
Because they did a parameter search prior. And the owner of the building, the company that owns the building, even confirmed to the media that the Secret Service was there to examine the building because they identified it as a high-risk location. So if it's identified as a high-risk location that should have been secured, how is this guy able to get his ladder and a rifle up? Somebody must have allowed him to get up there. And that's the owner of the company spoke out and said that the Secret Service, there's photos of it. There's photos of Secret Service on property doing a scan of the perimeter, and they need to ask them if that was declared a high-risk location. How did somebody get a ladder and a rifle up there, and why did the police wait over 2 minutes to take this guy out? Just wanted to share it with you. Conspiracy theorists.
I understand.
Okay,
What
thank
are you
you.
guys with?
From the large show the UK. Hi, Laura. How do you describe yourself? I see people describe this Laura. How do you describe yourself?
Well, I'm ultra MAGA,
Ultra mega.
ultra pro Trump. Look, I'm an American. I'm a registered Republican. I'm a conservative. I support nationalism, but I support a greater America for all Americans. And I'm just here to support President Trump. I don't like either political party. I am a registered Republican, but I just describe myself as a a proud American who's concerned about my country and a Trump loyalist. So, for me, my loyalty to President Trump is greater than having a loyalty to the Republican Party, because not only is Donald Trump the leader of the Republican Party, but he's the only hope our country and the world has, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing us. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah. How's the convention going for you?
It's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's been your most fun part so far?
Just seeing everybody, what was actually fun for me was standing in front of the Florida sign as a Florida voter when they announced the delegates for Trump, and then Florida put Trump over the top.
Are you back on social media?
Only on Twitter.
Oh,
Still down everywhere else, yeah.
What's next for Laura? You running for office again?
No,
No.
I have no desire. I just want to help get Trump back in office.
Gotcha.
No desire to run for office again.
Gotcha. Have a good convention, Laura.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, I'll send this to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to ask what your take is on Trump's pick for Vice President J.D. Vance.
Well, as I said before, I think it's symbolic of President Trump's claims today and his new messaging about unifying the country. You have somebody, J.D. Vance, who is one of the most outspoken pro-Trump members of the United States Senate. But we can't ignore his past comments and the fact that he was arguably one of the biggest Trump haters. But I think that we should be embracing this. And we should be showing the nation you can have somebody like a J.D. Vance, who was a Trump hater, who called Trump Hitler, who said he was an asshole, who said he was reprehensible, who called him cultural heroin, who has now had a political transformation over the last 8 years and is now one of the biggest Trump defenders in the United States Senate. And I think that provides a message of hope for all of the other Americans in our country who have been brainwashed by anti-Trump propaganda and so much anti-Trump hate, to the point where somebody actually climbed a roof and tried to assassinate Donald Trump by putting a bullet in his head. I think that that's a message that can unify even, the most vile Trump haters in our country and bring them to the side of MAGA, so we can all unite and join forces and make America great again. So I fully support J.D. Vance as the vice presidential pick, and I don't think that he's ever going to be able to erase his past comments, but I think we all need to move forward, and we all need to work to support President Trump and the America First agenda, and hopefully he can use his experiences as a former Trump hater to recruit other, former Trump haters who have now seen the light, so we can get Trump back in office.
What do you think this means for abortion rights in America?
Well, look, as President Trump said, it's now back to the states. So I think that the media needs to stop pontificating and lying to the American people about Donald Trump supporting an abortion ban. He does not support a national abortion ban. And the whole point about Roe v. Wade being overturned is that it returns the abortion legislation back to the states. And so even if he were to hypothetically, say one day and wake up that he wanted a national abortion ban, it's been overturned. He couldn't do it. So I think that the media needs to focus on more responsible journalism, because it's that same type of, those feverish lies and the frenzy that they get people worked up into by lying about President Trump, lying about his record, lying about his plans for a second administration, that inspired somebody to take a rifle up on that roof and almost put a bullet in his head.
Just for the camera, could you state your name and who you are?
Yeah, my name's Laura Loomer, Laura, Loomer. And I'm a journalist myself.
She's a warrior, a
but
patriot. No, I know who you are. It's just for it's for our viewers in Belgium.
Oh,
I don't know who you are.
okay, wonderful. So
I got a question.
follow me on X at Laura Loomer.
Got a question. The last reporter, right? She made a comment that fight was inflammatory, but Biden's comments about putting Trump in the bullseye was just, was.
Yeah, the media's crazy, so you can't take anything they say seriously.
Take care. Bye, Laura.
Bye.